Good evening, my dear students and participants. I am Sugan Singh, Assistant Professor in the School of Civil Engineering, Galgotias University. You are welcome to the first video of mine on filtration. So let's start. We have to extract the water from river, lake, or any other source to fulfill the water demand of a community, city, or any rural supply scheme. Water may contain floating impurities, soluble solid, suspended solid, dissolved solid, and microorganisms. All these impurities should be in their permissible limit as given by the government agencies. So, we have to provide unit operation and other supporting facilities in order to reduce these impurities present in the water. Floating impurities can be removed by screen. Grit chamber can remove the soluble solid. Primary sedimentation tank or sedimentation added with coagulation can helps in removing the suspended solid. Dissolved solid can be removed by filter, and disinfection kills all sorts of microorganisms. So let's discuss conventional water treatment plant. So water first pass through the screen which remove the floating matters. Nowadays screen generally do not consider in the water treatment plant. It generally provided at the intake structure. Then water goes to the grate chamber which remove the easily settleable solid like grate, gravel, bone chips, coarse sand, etc. Just after the grate chamber we provide partial fume to control the water velocity to a constant value. From this, water passed into the rapid mixer where we add coagulant. With rapid mixing, the process of addition of coagulant with rapid mixing is called coagulation, and then water is transferred into the coagulation flocculation basin. Here coagulant interact with the suspended impurities present in the water and forms flocks. Now these flocks again interact with each other and forms heavy and larger flocks which ultimately going to settle in the sedimentation tank. So this entire rapid mixer and coagulation for flocculation basin followed by the sedimentation tank is called sedimentation added with coagulation. It helps in removing the suspended and colloidal impurities present in the water. Now, the efficiency of any system can never be 100%, so we can say it remove 80% of the suspended solid. Remaining 20% of the suspended solid passed into the next system. Then we provide filter. The function of filter is to remove those impurities which is not being removed in this unit and to remove the dissolved solid present in the water. So what happen? Water first pass through the sand layer which is supported over the gravel layer. Now most of the impurities get accumulated onto the surface of the sand layer. So in this way it treats the water. From the filter, water passed to the tertiary treatment which remove the iron, hardness, manganese and other sorts of impurities. Then we give disinfection which kill all sorts of microorganisms and provide protection against future recontamination. Then water is stored and distributed to the community by means of distribution system. Now coming back to filtration, so filtration is a mechanical or a physical process of separating suspended colloidal and dissolved impurities from water by passing through a porous media. We generally use a porous media, a sand grain, through which only water can pass. Now, media used is generally a granular material that is sand. Now, this filter removes suspended solid, colloidal particle, fine flocks, color, dissolved organic impurities, and microorganisms. Now, in conventional water treatment plant, filter is always provided just after the primary sedimentation tank or sedimentation added with coagulation. So filter is always provided after sedimentation tank. It is economically in removing or controlling the guinea worm disease, also called dracunculiasis. Now, this disease is mainly caused by the guinea worm. A person becomes infected when they drink water that contain water flea infected with guinea worm larvae. Here is the pictorial representation of the solution and pressure filter. Water first filter through the sand where most of the impurities get accumulated onto the upper layer of the sand. Clear water is collected here in the under drainage system and will be given next treatment. In the pressure water is percolated over to the sand layer and then clear water is collected by means of the under drainage system. Here most of the impurities get collected. Now there are various important forces which acts during the filtration like inertia force, van der Waals force, gravitational force, electrostatic force, viscous force, thermal force, etc. Now mechanism. So basically we classify mechanism in two categories. The first which involves the transport of the particle, which involves gravitational settling, diffusion, interception, hydrodynamics. Second, which involve attachment of the particle, electrostatic interaction, chemical bridging and specific adsorption. Main mechanism. Let's discuss mechanism of filtration in detail. The first one is the physical straining, means when the size of the particle is more than the size of the pores present in the sand, then it will not going to penetrate the sand layer. It will going to arrest it onto the surface or onto the upper surface of the sand. So this phenomena is called physical straining. Second is the sedimentation. Whatever the voids present in the filter, those voids are acting as a sedimentation basin. So very fine flakes and suspended impurities settle at the bottom of the void. So in this way water is freed from the suspended impurities. Next, adsorption. So particle become attracted and sticking onto the surface of the sand. So this can able to remove very fine and dissolved pollutant present in the water. Next, absorption. Some liquid gets sucked up into the sand layer which remove the suspended impurities present in the water. Next is the biological action. So if organic impurities present in the water, then it is a food for microorganisms. So this microorganism will going to oxidize all the organic impurities present in the water. So what happen onto the surface of the sand, all the impurities get deposited. So in this bacteria is there. If organic impurities is present, then it will going to oxidize and form a slime layer. So with the passage of time and thickness of slime layer increases, which helps in further retaining those impurities which are even smaller. But with the passage of time, head loss increases, filtration rate decreases. So every after certain interval we have to clean this layer. Next is the electrolytic action. So in this, which is explained by the ionic theory, if two substances are having the opposite charge, then when they come together, then during the interaction they form new chemical substance. So in this way the chemical properties of the suspended solid changes and they can easily remove from the water. So this is well explained by the ionic theory. So what happen, sand layer carries negatively charged, suspended solid carries the positively charged, they interact with each other, so they all the impurities may remove. So with the passage of time, the charge of the sand grain reduces. So we have to clean it, restore the sand again so that ionic action can take place. Here, the size of impurities is very high when compared with the pores present in the sand. So these are mainly written onto the surface of the sand. Here the action of microorganism is always there. So water is passed through the interconnected voids present in the sand here. Now what happens? Some impurities may percolate through these voids now and attach. Suppose this is a sand particle. Now these impurities can attach onto the surface of the sand. This is called adsorption. Again, let's say this is the voids present in the sand layer. Now these impurities are there. They will going to settle at this zone. So this is called sedimentation. Here microorganisms are there, organic impurities are there, so they will going to interact with each other. All the microorganism will going to oxidize the impurities, so the thickness of this layer increases. This is called slime layer or dirty layer. So every after 1 to 3 months we have to remove this layer. Now let's discuss classification based on the direction of flow. Filter may be a downflow filter, upflow filter, biflow filter, radial flow filter, horizontal flow filter. Based on the force acting, it may be a gravity filter and a pressure filter. Pressure filter are those filters where we apply the extra force to flow the water through the sand media. Gravity filter where we utilize the gravity force to flow the water through the sand media. Filtration rate also one of the important parameter to classify the filter. It can be a low rate filter, medium rate filter and high rate filter. In low rate filter, the filtration rate is very low and may varies from 0.1 to 0.2 meter per hour. Based on the filter media, it can be a sand filter, coal filter, crushed coconut filter, diatomaceous earth filter, activated carbon filter, granule media filter, etc. Based on the flow rate control, it can be a constant flow rate filter, decline flow rate filter and variable flow rate filter. So we will going to study low rate filter means slow sand filter in the next class. That's enough for the filter and filtration. I hope you enjoy my video. Please do like and share my channel. Thank you very much.